Sun Devils mounts in America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Sun Devils will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Fox. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Kansas offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have.
Coming out aggressively. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Finds the tight end.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Catch in the middle, it's Stewart. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Man, I love on third down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle route, and I can have success because my quarterback knows exactly when he's going to break, and that defense is not going to beat my running back.
He'll pull it on the read. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Got room to work. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat on having to go get that first.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Turning it on! At the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here's the handoff. Oh, what a cut! Good, solid pickup on that when they got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll send the back in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Hires on the move. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's going to take off. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And he's going to go backwards, and they force a 4th down. What a play by this defensive front. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a 2-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Quickly complete. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on 1st down, open up the entire plate.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
The Sun Devils trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Rushes on him. Touchdown, Arizona State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
You get down here on this part of the field, and the field shrinks so much. You play so aggressive, and you're playing all eyeballs on the run, and a nice sleight of hand by the offense. Bring out the play action. He hits his guy right behind where the guys are supposed to be. They come up to play the run, out of position, touchdown for the offense.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Holds and fires complete to the right.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Back to throw, it's Marshall. Right on the money. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
We know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Leaves it with the running back. Finds some fresh air. Quick step and go. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Send the tight end in motion. The give to the single back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Marshall. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Jayhawks will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of him. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
You see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive line, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Grabbed in the middle. It's Valentine. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hamilton. Needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Sun Devils are on the move. From the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
After run, now throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back at the 30. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and break to check him out. The Kansas offense returns to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with
And they don't want to waste this.
Field position here on 3rd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Stewart. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He slides that just inside the right upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
On the move from inside his 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll run play action. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Jayhawks. The defense putting points on the board.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting turnovers, and it starts with the pass rush. It was the hit on the quarterback that forced the throw to not be as accurate as the QB would have liked. Nice job in the back end, securing the interception, and then taking it the distance.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2.
There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Sun Devils are in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Steps away to find some room. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Butler. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a gap. It's Valentine. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Sun Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Butler.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Sun Devils have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Zings it complete to the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Give to the back. Shakes off the defender. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down to the 14-yard line.
Go to bed.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Absolutely perfect. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Tempe.
We're just about ready to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing is the guy
Sure do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. The Sun Devils come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that 4th down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big 4th down conversion.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't work up going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Thanks to grab. Oh, he's got some space. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sun Devils back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quick screen to the speed slot line. On the Houdini-like moves, get it to the 22. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Runs it all the way down to the 8-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. You got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here.
Touchdown, Sunday! To put the 6 on the board. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That's an interesting call going play action on 3rd and long because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field. And you saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Oh, better look out!
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Sun Devils come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lost a throw on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. It's complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The Sun Devils are on the move. They'll run it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Tight end finds a soft spot. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Do it for the 3rd quarter. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely center cut. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Syracuse is going to walk off the field there inside the dome with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Can't make the catch on third down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. They booted away on fourth down. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Brown. Fires to the tight end. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. And the Sun Devils have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Maybe a double pass. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Got it set up on the outside. Still on his feet at the 40. It's a running room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Arizona State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatile. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get it to the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you into less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch it, they're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Back to pass, it's Marshall. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll keep it himself. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn. On down.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So again, they have to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
They're working that left side. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5. Down to the 4. It'll be first and goal.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
There's the pressure. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Off play action. Extending the play. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense. Because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Kansas offense returns to the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about all...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Jayhawks want to pick up the tempo.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that.
Comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got a perfect play. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Makes the catch. It's Stewart. And he's still running after the move. He's out of bounds after a nice pickup. Did not get the first down, but that will take us to the 2-minute timeout. The give to the tailback. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to pass, it's Marshall. On the move, he fires. A strike downfield. What a play there, and he rips up a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Stewart. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll do it himself. And he walks in for the score. Touchdown, Rush Chop.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards.
Well, you see the offense trying to hook up on that in route, but the receiver just not able to create enough separation to complete that throw.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Brown. It's incomplete, trying a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be third down.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks.
What do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Quick catch on third down. Turning it on. Brown and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
That play is going to drive the head coach absolutely crazy. You've got the lead. Why are you going out of bounds? Just get down, lead the clock. The clock right now is your friend.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play. And
here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
And they can't make the connection going for a big play on first down.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Looking to the big tight end. And wings it incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot. And that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
I like aggressiveness. Listen, you go out and get those first downs, you salt the clock away, but when you choose to throw the football, it better be high percentage. It better be easy throws. It can't be a turnover. Now my defense has to come out, make this stop for me, and save the game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situation, it's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that? Because this is not ideal weather, and you can't make a mistake here.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And a great way